bicycle. Cody's like, what the hell are they saying?
Where I
You don't understand, Cody. That's damn good music.
Cheers, everybody.
Welcome, welcome.
Having problems there?
This is not pinching my tit.
Wow. Strong language. Strong language. Just got us demonetized on a channel that's not monetized.
We're actually paying now to put this on the YouTube.
We pay them. Welcome to another episode of Bourbon Booze, where we try all sorts of different liquors throughout the week, coffees, and cocktails. And so if you like what we do, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It means a lot to us. It really does. And I like hearing your comments. Leave those comments below. I have some really good conversations with people in the comment section. So go ahead and leave some comments. Be nice. Don't leave bad comments. Haven't gotten those in a while. Usually they're about you.
It's like, what is that troll doing there?
Yeah. So today we are revisiting another rye. We just did one on Tuesday. So this is another rye, and this is a Texas rye. And yes, it's from our favorite distillery, or my favorite distillery, Acre, here in Fort Worth. This is the Acre Texas rye, and believe it or not, we are coming close to the end of Alaskan alcohol. That's thunder. There's a storm coming in. We're becoming close to the end of Alaskan alcohol and the Texas Acre distillery. We pretty much have gone through and done all of them. I think we got some maybe 3 or 4 left, but not too many. I mean, they have a fairly significant profile. So, all right. So this is the Acre Distillery Texas Rye. It's rather inexpensive, if you ask me, at $39 for this $7.50. But it isn't distillery exclusive. I don't think they sell this in the stores. I could be wrong. I actually don't know how much they're distributing in stores. But if they are, they're still going to be local stores. So I doubt, seriously, you're going to find this outside of the Dallas, Fort Worth area.
So just kind of your corner liquor store.
Well,
in the
most
Dallas
likely
area.
it's probably with small distilleries, their first opportunity to distribute is going to be in a much bigger place, like 1 or 2 Total Wines or Specs or Goody Goodies or whatever. We have dogs here, so if you hear the dogs, I'm sorry. We have some visitors. The proof is 4080, which I found unique for Acre. They usually have a much higher proof on their alcohol. No age statement, obviously. But it is a rye, so even though the proof is low, I'm expecting it to be a little bit spicy. This is a rather new distillation too. I don't think they've had the rye out for more than maybe a year or so.
I was going to say Acres is...
What do you know? You've never been there.
But I know they're not like... They're kind of a new company.
Yeah, they've been around for probably 3 years now, maybe 4.
Yeah, so it's not going to be aged like the last one
right.
that was 9 years aged.
Oh, the Knob Creek, yeah.
Yeah, so...
All right, so for $39, this is still going to be a 1 barrel on cost. Oh, no, I am so sorry. It's a 2 barrel on cost. Much better. All right. So let's go ahead and get this review going.
This has got a deep... Not a lot of... For rye, it doesn't have a lot of rye.
Aroma?
It's got more of the... Well, I'm going to save it for...
I'm teasing out a whole bunch of stuff on the nose here.
It's got a very thick smell to it.
So, for cost, it's a 2 barrel. Wow. we're pretty different. Cost, it's a 2-barrel at $39.99. For aroma, we each give it a 3. Any specifics on aroma? That's all you got down there.
It's really malty.
Yes.
It's got heavy malt. The leather, and it doesn't for a rye. It doesn't really have a peppery rye aroma. Mm-hmm. It's got the dry fruit aroma, a little bit of caramel.
Okay, I agree. I do get some of the ryeness to it, but I think it's got a heavy malt. And there's a descriptor on the back I haven't read, but it's got a heavy malt. I get the molasses, which is your what'd you say? Caramel.
Yeah.
I find a little bit of honey to it, kind of that funkiness of the honey. Like a mead.
Yeah. But the honey's kind of got that earthy kind of.
Yeah. For flavor, this is where we start diverging. I give it a 3. You give it a 4.
I like it. It's very it's got a nice thick mouthfeel to it.
I find it not thick. I find it that it's a little bit, it's silky, but actually kind of thin and watery. But I get that a mellow rye and spiciness. So what you're not getting on the nose, you're getting in the flavor of a rye.
Yeah. And I also picked up something new that's not on the wheel at all. There's a and it's definitely the rye is causing it, but there's a Tabasco.
Okay, yeah, the spiciness.
But it's not like the peppery traditional.
Okay. So more of a pepper, not a peppery. Okay.
On the flavor, not the smell, but the flavor.
It is unique. And so with the flavor, it reminds me of another local distillery, and that's the Balcones rye. I think it's very similar to the Balcones rye. It might have to do a little bit of head-to-head, because,
might do
memory's a little bit different, but we have the Balcones 100 proof rye, and I thought we had another regular rye, but I could be wrong. But it reminds me a lot of it, which is unique. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not your typical Sazerac or, I don't know, bullet rye type of flavor.
And it could be a lot,
or even the Knott Creek.
The temperature thing in Texas, where it's...
I like it.
I like it a lot too.
I put a 3. You put a 4. I don't think there's a lot of heat to it. There's a little bit of lingering. You're obviously saying there's not very much at all.
Yeah, I don't think that's like...
Okay, I'm saying it's medium. You're saying it's mild. So overall, I am at 2.75 or a 3, and you're at 3.25 or a 3. So this is a 3-barrel rating overall. Well deserved. I think it's a good, decent rye. It's unique enough. I think it really exemplifies, Acre and all of their different, really cool things they're doing. I kind of figure Acre is a lot like Balcones, where they're trying something different all the time. And I think that's why I like them so much.
Well, and I think also because since we started the channel, we've just grown with the variety and everything. And when we first started the ryes, we were just like on the regular kind of like, and now we're like expanding, and so rye doesn't have to just mean rye.
So if you follow the channel in our early years, we actually were very heavy on European stuff because of all my travels, and then we started doing a lot of big name stuff. And then we started getting into more craft stuff here in the States. And then we started doing craft specifics, like some Texas crafts or Alaskan crafts because of my travels. All those are petering out. Well, we haven't even begun to touch Balcones.
But we started trying it because it's like started just whiskey, and then you didn't really like the Scotch, and then we started doing
Keep saying that, he's just...
And now you really like the Scotch.
I've always liked Scotch.
And
I just never knew the whole vast world and differences of Scotch. Just like there is in whiskey, or vodkas, or tequilas.
Or now with the rye are like...
Just after 4 years, this is much more of a learning process for us than you guys, and it just helps us appreciate and expand. And we don't come across hardly anything we don't like.
Yeah.
Other than each other, right?
Yeah, we don't. We still fight like we're 12 years old.
Yeah. All right, so this is the Acre Texas Rye. It's going to be a 3-barrel overall. I think it's a great addition to the bar. Acre actually needs its own shelf, and we're about ready to remodel the bar once again. Make some changes. You probably won't see much on the back, but out in this area, we're going to do some expansion and make some changes. So Acre will probably get its own shelf. I can foresee that. Make sure you check out all of our other offerings. Mondays, tequilas, vodkas, rums, non-whiskeys.
Just the oddity.
Yeah. Tuesday and Thursday, obviously, are whiskey days or whiskey flavored whiskeys. Wednesdays are coffee. And then, of course, on Friday, we kick off the weekend with some absolutely fabulous cocktails. Either ones that we process through, the internet or books or, whatever, traditional stuff, or ones that we come up with ourselves. So check us out. Remember to look at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and merchandise. And remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. And this is really good whiskey. Cheers.
Cheers. Laters.